Pledge of allegiance.
Sour Tootsie Roll.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of minutes, May 21st, 2025, open session. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? None, motion passes. May 21st, 2025, closed session. Is there a motion? Is
Motion.
there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? None,
No.
motion passes. Motion to open to the public, 3 minutes per speaker. Please state your name and the time you're from. Motion? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
No opposed, motion passes. Come on up. State your name and the town you live in.
Josie Canadian Local Plate.
Thank you.
Just a couple of things I wanted to ask. The police department, Ben, what are we putting in the police cars, the technological equipment? You know, we're getting for this?
From the bond ordinance,
Yeah, the bond order, yeah.
so that was to purchase a additional frontline vehicle.
No, I see we got, I see.
There's also some equipment in this.
It's a new vehicle also past that, but it says new information,
Bond.
technical.
I think the.
Where do you see?
Where are you?
Schedule of improvement
Schedule of
B.
improvement
B.
purpose, page 2.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah, it's the frontline car.
section 4.
It talks about technology.
Technological.
Thank
New
you.
communication signal.
Which we need to.
No, but it's.
Yeah, I
there's
throw
one-
that
you-
down later. They have the alcohol thing down later.
Yes, yeah, so B is for
A is, I'm looking,
the alcohol test and the portable radios. So that is for a new alcohol test machine to be compliant with New Jersey state law, and then there's some additional radios that need to be purchased.
That's-
The tool vans
Which is,
that's for A.
for B,
No, I'm looking at A.
and A is for new
Acquisition of new
SUV.
Information technology.
Yep, so A is for the new SUV and new Tahoe, and then the outfit.
No, I know we're getting new things, but what is the
computer equipment,
equipment we're getting to put in?
the laptops, the cameras, the light bars.
This is something new.
It's just a fully equipped brand new vehicle.
All the things you need for the.
Yeah.
Oh, I know,
For the frontline vehicle.
but there's nothing extra we're getting.
Correct, yeah, it's just an additional.
What do you have in mind, Joe?
Okay. No, no,
Something cool?
I think we should have the top of the line always. When we pull over somebody, one, to make sure that our police are safe, two, you know, to be able to see what to do. The other thing, on the bond issue, I see we're bonding for $1,865,000. What's that interest rate? There's no interest rate.
There won't be an interest rate, Mayor. I'm sorry, should I answer?
Please.
What this is our authority to borrow. So we
Right.
won't borrow this until we are ready to do so. At that time, we'll issue usually a 1-year note, depending on what the rate is at that time, for whatever we borrow, and then. That's when we'll know the exact interest on it.
Okay, and that was
So
all.
what this is, the bond is basically authorizing us to borrow this money.
Okay. And when we get the interest rate, that will go into.
Well, it won't be on there, it will be part of a band, and then we'll have a series of band, and. They've been as low as 0.8 and been as high as 2, depends on where the market is at that time.
Okay. The other thing, can you tell me what that cinder block building is on Waramus Road that I think Fletcher Farms putting up?
That's a new
Yeah,
water
that's-
treatment facility.
Huh?
It's a new water treatment facility. You know how
Treatment, or we're getting a new, are we getting a well in there too?
No, sir, no.
treatment.
Uh,
There's already a well there, so I think it's a filter house for PFAS,
Okay,
Yeah.
Parkridge water.
it's for the PFOA,
Yeah,
is that what it's? Okay,
So we have
so
to,
all our water will be cycled through?
not
that?
all of it, so that's one of, what's it, 6 wells? in
yeah, but I'm
Woodville?
not sure how many that's going to filter, but it is all part of Park Ridge Waters. plan to eventually filter all the wells, as you know, some
Yeah.
of the wells
Yeah,
have been
those-
shut.
yeah, I know.
When this goes up in line, then some of these wells could come online, I'm not sure exactly which ones are gonna be
Okay,
connected to there, but. This is a filtration system, basically.
okay. And very- we had a very interesting, shade tree committee, today, and I'm not gonna go over because, Julie will go over what, what we think we need done at the, Woodcliff Park, but the park is beautiful.
Yeah, good.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? None? Motion to close to the public?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Any opposed? None? Motion passes. The proclamations, the LGBTQI plus month.
Yep.
The mouthful. But it's in your packet and June is, I'm not gonna repeat it again, the month. Pride month, I guess is easier to say.
Yep.
So congratulations and it's in there. So the mayor and council will sign off on that. Thank you. Let me see what else. Hold on, so,
Mayor's report.
uh, Yeah, I attended with a few council members. I don't want to say demonstration or the gathering, I guess, on the causeway. Residents gather every Sunday at 3 p.m. to lobby, I guess, or to promote the release of the remaining hostages in Gaza. Normally, that's a peaceful protest, but on Sunday we had an incident, which I have to commend our police that responded quickly and appropriately. And I'd like to thank all the members that came to march for the release of the hostages, and that's what it's all about. It's about the release of the hostages. It shouldn't be a political statement one way or another. And everyone has a perfect right to protest and to demonstrate, but it have to be done in a orderly and a manner. And we welcome the free expression of all ideas in this municipality. But again, it has to be done in an orderly fashion, and we will enforce our laws if we have to. But then again, like I said, this group has been meeting every day since the October 7th incident, and will continue meeting until all their hostages are released, which is, I believe, everyone should be advocating for, just human decency. So that was on Sunday, and I thank the council members that came out to show their support. And again, whatever we could do to support, we're there. And that concludes my mayor's report for that. Council members report. Councilman Banano, you're up.
Just a couple things, pool opening, full day, this Wednesday, the 19th. Then Monday.
18th. Wednesday's the 18th.
Is it the 18th? Yes.
Well,
Yeah, not-
Thursday's the 19th.
I'm sorry, 18th. Thank you. 18th, and then from that Monday, to Friday, 12 to 8 p.m., Saturday to Sunday, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Obviously, all times are weather permitting. The camp begins on Monday, June 30th. There's still time to sign up for anyone who's looking for something for their kid to do and need a camp. The new scoreboards at the softball and baseball fields were installed last week. Unfortunately, the middle school band and the choir event was canceled due to the weather forecast, but we look forward to partnering with them next school year with future events. As far as, and Julia has some other stuff she's going to talk about too. Nothing else really to report. DPW, great job doing what they've been doing. Everything's looking great in town, so that's what I have.
Thank you. Councilwoman Brodsky?
Yes, so moving along with Wednesday concept for our summer events, which would begin on Wednesday, July 9th. Right now, we have 3 bands that are confirmed, actually 4 bands. One, we're just looking at which state they want to use. We're still looking for a kids entertainment. We might have something in terms of like an off-Broadway type of presentation. So we hope to be able to put out there the exact schedule and the bands. I can tell you that one of the bands is a local Woodcliff Lake band. Another one comprises of a young man that grew up in Woodcliff Lake. So it does, each band, we are trying to find some entertainment that has some roots in Woodcliff Lake. September 1st, I'm gonna jump ahead, September 1st, we are planning the Labor Day pool party. The month of September is going to be really jam-packed, with September 7th, the Food and Wine Festival. September 27th, planning Oktoberfest, which will look to make a change in the venue up on Rinsler. And then moving on into October, we are right now working on this event. How it's gonna play out, we don't know. We're looking at it to really be month-wide. But really titled Live the Challenge, Woodcliff Lake's Path to a Healthier Lifestyle. The focus is on physical, nutritional, and emotional aspects of everyday living. We're reaching out to residents who have businesses in these fields, local businesses who want to participate. So stay tuned, more to come on that. The Park and Rec Committee will be meeting with the company who we're looking to do the veteran battle program with, as far as next steps. So we should be able to communicate how that's really going to operate, and hopefully it'll all be in place by Veterans Day. Sponsorships, we still have some 3 benches left, plenty of trees. The plaques did come in so far for the first round of people who sponsored for the benches and the trees, and they look great. Shade Tree, as Josephine had mentioned, the Shade Tree Committee actually did a little field trip today for their meeting. We met at the park with our arborist, Liz Stewart. It was more of an educational thing, so we got our CEUs. But some things came up in terms of, it was a by tree type of thing, too wet, too dry. But I did promise that I would touch base with Dave when he got back from vacation and just go over a couple of things. They did start up their Facebook page. It's off to a nice start. There are about 28 followers so far on that page. And while it doesn't necessarily fall under Shade Tree, but the community garden, because Evan Weiner, who is a member of the Shade Tree Committee, has really taken on the community garden. He is sort of managing the tree farm all at once. If you go to the Facebook page, you'll see some pictures that he posted and the progress that he made. Again, working with Dave and DPW, they've been great partners in this, and we hope to have the boxes in shortly. So if anyone is interested in reserving a box, you can reach out to Park and Rec or Evan on the Facebook page. That's what I have.
Evan did a great job, and everybody should look at, how it was before with the weeds overgrowing and everything, and what he's done was incredible. He did a nice job.
So if you join the Shade Tree Committee's Facebook page, they will thank you. It's lovely.
Okay, I gotta join.
Okay.
Councilwoman Margolis.
Thank you. So some things that happened recently, unfortunately Joe wasn't there, but the seniors had their summer party last week, and they had a performance from the Greater Passaic Valley Women's Club, who were fantastic. Actually, there's a lot of dancing. The seniors really had an amazing time. Great band, great food. Mark's Pizza has always been a great partner to the Seniors Association here in town. They are planning their big anniversary party in December, but there'll be plenty of events between now and then. Aerobics has started, and there is also going to be bridge and all summer events. And we encourage anyone who are seniors or of senior age to please join. It really is an amazing organization they do. Speaking of which, Councilman Stern, Councilwoman Brodsky, and myself went to see a resident at the Bristol who celebrated her 102nd birthday. It was, speaking of a super senior, if you will. She was amazing, and they were very, very happy to have us. And the 5th grade has done some events at the Bristol this year, and the woman who works there said that they really enjoy having the children come in. So we're going to try and do some more bridging the gap generational activities between the seniors and other students. We've done it also with the Senior Association. The 5th grade played bingo with them a couple months ago, and Some of the seniors at the summer party had asked if they could do that again, just with a slightly lower decibel level in the room. But, and maybe separating the boys, but, we're really gonna try and do some intergenerational activities because I think it really, is helpful to everyone and some more community service projects together. Speaking of which, I know the reservoir cleanup in the town was postponed because of the weather, but the fifth graders were able to get out there last week at their last service project of the year. And again, when we have to separate the boys, but they did a great educational program from Veolia. They were able to compete and try and figure out who picked up the most garbage. They didn't find anything nefarious this time, but I know that they're looking forward to the town doing it in the fall. But they did want to remind everyone who is listening that the watershed program is open. You can still get a key. It is not just the one watershed here in Woodcliff Lake and Hillsdale and Park Ridge. It is their entire system. And I need to make sure we still have some applications here, and we'll make sure we get an updated link on the website so people can join that should they want to. Something exciting that we were able to talk about in DPW, and I've confirmed with the police department, is that we are going to stripe some spots when the DPW stripes at the end of the year up on Dorchester outside of school, where there is a row of cars that no one knows how to park, and there could be at least 3 more cars there. The police are waiting for the DPW, is waiting for the specifications of space from the police, and we've let the school know as well, and it will help, I think, both teachers, parents alike, to keep it a little more orderly up there. And I think a little striping will go a long way. Other things that are happening, we spoke about it in closed session, is Revolution 250 is for the 2026. Park Ridge, Montvale, and Woodcliff Lake are going to start meeting with their council representatives to try and work out a plan for the upcoming year. And again, work with the Pascack Valley Historical Society and the county on upcoming events for 2026. And last but not least, we are still compiling the film ready locations. I've asked a couple businesses if they would want to take part. There's some more that we'd like to get involved, and other residents are wondering if they are film worthy, but you never know what anyone's looking for. So if anyone who's listening and wants their business or their property included, we just have to take a couple pictures, upload it, and then we will go from there. We are also luckily with some new businesses in town, the Poke Place and some others, that are our list of businesses in town that film crews would want to partake in is getting more plentiful, and the Apple Store really helps us. So it's great for us. So that should be up shortly, and then we will get officially certified by the state. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Marsh?
Thank you. On the Poke Place, the Poke Place is open and
delicious.
it's awesome.
Delicious.
It has poke and bubble tea, so please feel free to stop by. And we're really happy with.
I was the second customer and Nikki was the third. Neither of us were the first.
I tried. And also our veterinarian clinic is open too. So that's, 2 new businesses that have opened this month in town, and that is great for all of us, and we're very excited about it. For planning board issues, you'll see on tonight, resolutions number 25-185, 25-186 were introduced last week. The council was adopting resolution designating the 200 Tice Boulevard and 300 Chestnut Ridge Road, the Hilton and BMW properties respectively, as areas in need of redevelopment. We've gone over the criteria and what that means. No one's reached out with questions, but you can continue to reach out with questions if you have them. Next Tuesday, June 24th, will be a combined meeting. It will be the planning board's meeting, and then the council will be meeting also. We will be presenting and going over and adopting our affordable housing plan. It is published on our website. If you have questions about it or concerns or anything, please read through it, reach out to us beforehand. June 24th, next Tuesday.
At Tice.
At Tice. Oh, yes, it will be at Tice. As we are.
I thought it was
Throwing me to the 7.
I thought.
I don't know. Went back and forth.
I will confirm the time. I believe it was 7, but if it's 6:30, Joe, I'll let you know, and we'll put it on the website as well. As our only participant. But I do want to take this moment to thank Councilman Stern, the mayor, Tom, Wendy and Dan, everyone has been working for an exceptionally long time on the affordable housing plan. It's been many meetings. It has been a very dedicated process. We've all put a lot of time and thought and energy into this to present a plan that we're proud of. So really, thank you guys, thank everyone, and that's it for me.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, thanks to the council members that are on that committee and our experts. It's not an easy endeavor. We're getting hit from many sides all at once, and I know everyone wants to meet with us, and we do have our own jobs that we have to attend to and balance the municipal responsibilities. We're doing the best we can. And thank you, Councilman Stern, Councilwoman Marsh, for your time and dedication into this very complex and time-consuming project of balancing affordable housing requirements and new construction in town and many other things that are thrown our way. So thank you. Yeah.
I think you should just say how few we have to put up compared to what they were asking.
Yeah, and compared to other municipalities too, we're doing pretty well. We're still negotiating, but we're doing pretty well compared to the rest of the Pascack Valley.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna come out well on this round. Thank you, Mayor. Councilman Pollock?
Sure, just a couple things from my side. First, I want to thank Ms. Dakin for a successful primary day this past week.
Oh, then.
Very long day, but successful, and look forward to doing it again in November.
Me too.
I don't know, be there all day. But also on for this evening is the public hearing for ordinance 2507, which is our annual bond ordinance. And as I did in the last couple of meetings, I do want to thank Council President Stern and Councilman Bonanno on working through this over the last couple of months. This pretty much concludes a lot of the annual cycle for the Finance Committee. It doesn't mean the work is done for the year. We'll continue to plan for next year, but in terms of both the budget and now the bond, hopefully that passes this evening. We'll be able to get to work. We do have the bid out currently for the train station parking lot. We expect to, I think, close that any day now.
June 26th.
Next week is the bid.
10 a.m.
Awesome. All right, and then I think we'll award that at the July meeting, hopefully.
Once it's reviewed by the engineer, everything's on the show.
Just one out for the roads.
Right.
And that opening is July 24th, I believe.
All right, so we got a lot of infrastructure programs in place for the rest of the year. Hopefully we can get the train done before the end of the year as well, which would be great. Just a couple other quick things. For the police department, there is a bike rodeo at Dorchester on Friday for grades K through 8. On their Facebook page is the relative times for the different grades. We had a Board of Health meeting 2 weeks ago. Nothing major to report there. On the Park Ridge side of the house, residents likely received letters. They are now offering to Wickliffe Lake residents e-statements. So instead of getting your quarterly statements in the mail, you can now register via a form for the e-statements. And Wickliffe Lake residents, as of recently, are now able for automatic ACH payments for your water bill. You could always, for the last couple of years, you could pay online, but now there's sort of that automatic debit as well. And then lastly, just as we talked at the last meeting, I want to thank Ryan for producing now the weekly reports to us. I think they're immensely helpful and making sure we're all up to date with all the things that are going on in the municipality. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Pollock. Congratulations on winning your primary. You had a tough competition. You killed it. It was a blowout.
There were a couple write-ins.
That's true.
Some weren't people.
That's true.
What? There are write-ins on the other side too. There are write-ins everywhere.
Also, congratulations, former Councilman Belgravia and Mr. Bolsonetti for winning their primary. And I did. I did, Councilwoman Marsh. Congrats. And hopefully we'll get a vote by mail box at Tice to make it a little easier for our residents to trying to get that in there.
We're working on that.
Very good. Council President Stern.
Nothing new to report that hasn't already been reported. June 24th, joint planning board council meeting. We will present our housing element fair share plan. It'll be exciting. Don't blame us. This was the byproduct of our state government. We did our best, and I think we did a good job, but we'll present it on Tuesday. That's it. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Engineers report is in your packet. Administrators report.
You mentioned the ballot box, Mayor, I'm working with the Board of Elections on that. So hopefully that'll be up prior to the November election. Most likely we'll be able to do that, but I haven't gotten the final confirmation. Once I do, I will let everyone know. And unless there's any questions on any of the items on the agenda.
We had an issue with the park, right, with the lighting and with
Mhm.
certain things that needed to get done.
Right.
Do you know where we are with that and nothing?
There were supposed to be meetings.
Lighting today.
Yeah, I saw them today on the
Yeah.
park.
So we're working on it?
They were there.
They were there.
They still have the punch list.
You just answered the question. They were there today. I don't know if it was rectified. I haven't had a report back,
Okay,
but as you know, there's still at least the final payment. The final payment will not be put on the agenda until we are satisfied that those lights are working the way they're supposed to be working.
okay, very good.
Yes, they were leaving it tonight.
Okay, thank you. Public hearing ordinance number 25-06 floodplain management. Motion to open to the public,
Motion.
all in favor?
Yes.
None opposed, motion passes. Anybody want to like talk about the floodplain? Very exciting topic. Okay, motion to close to the public,
Motion.
the second,
Second.
all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? None. Public hearing ordinance number 25-07.
We gotta take a vote on.
Oh, that's right, that's right. Motion
Motion.
to approve. Second,
Second.
oh, roll call,
Yes.
Mr. Banana.
Yes.
Spatsky.
Yes.
Mr. Margolis.
Yeah.
Mr. Marsh.
Yeah.
Mr. Pollock.
Yes.
Mr. Stern.
Yes.
motion passes. Public hearing ordinance number 25-07. Is there a motion?
So time of it.
Yeah,
2507.
25-07.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For public hearing.
Motion to open.
Motion to open to the public. I think we went through it, right? Motion, second,
Got it.
all in favor?
Yes.
Any opposed? None? Anyone like to speak on this bond ordinance?
To the mayor.
I think Mayor Higgins already spoke on it. Okay, motion to close to the public.
Motion.
All in
Second.
favor? To close to the public.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion to approve? To adopt?
Second.
Roll call?
Mr. Banana.
Yes.
Spatsky.
Yes.
Margolis.
Yes.
Marsh.
Yeah.
Pollock.
Yes.
Mr. Stern.
Yes.
Okay, motion, ordinance number 25-08 to introduce.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Any opposed? None. Motion passes. Introduction of ordinance number 25-09. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Motion passes. Consent agenda, anything on the consent agenda you guys want to discuss before we move on with that? No? Motion to accept the consent agenda? Is
Motion.
there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yes. Yes.
That's all, this motion passes. Non-consent agenda resolution number 25-183. Motion authorizing the advertisement of a bid rental of the VFW building, and I believe there's an amendment. Yeah, Mr. Scatino, I'm gonna turn it over to him.
Yes, it's my understanding that the council will approve this with the following items included in the specifications, that the bid will require a minimum monthly rent of $5,000. It will be limited to 10 vehicles. The successful bidder will have to install a black chain link fence. The tenancy will be a month-to-month. The successful bidder will have to require any and all zoning approvals if required. You will have to also name the municipality as additional insured and provide proof of insurance for the use of the area, and the successful bidder will also be responsible for the maintenance, repair, and any improvements required for the utilization of the property.
John, quick thing on the fence, can we add somewhere that it either have some kind of windscreen or some kind of something to make it
Opaque.
I think you had that in there.
Not see-through. I think you just said chain link. But,
Yeah, so we wanna,
Like a black.
whether it's a windscreen or whether it's some kind of,
No orange.
I was just.
Flats in it, you mean,
I-
so that it,
something so you can't see through it.
and
Can we-
it doesn't look anything left in.
I was gonna say the pickle, or
Yeah.
you see it's all red.
Can
Fields
you
or.
put it at the council's approval or the borough administrator's approval? Basically like pending, it must be a fence that can't be see-through and it must be approved by the borough administrator,
sure.
just so they can see the final material.
So do we move this through? With the amendment, move it to the consent agenda? Is that it?
We already did it.
It's already on.
Oh, we did, okay, so let's go.
Take a vote. Can I just say something on it quickly? This is a good way for the council and, you know, that we are looking for other ways to generate revenue, which is always a goal, especially with the Economic Development Committee. We do need to be mindful, you know, to our residents when the bids come in, you know, we put in specifications and we are making sure that the traffic will be at a minimum, that it really won't have an impact on the residents to that side. You know, and any bid that comes in has to meet the criteria and also has to meet our approval. So, you know, this is not a done deal. This is just, you know, we're opening it up for bid and then we're gonna see what comes in. Thank you.
And I just want to add that if other properties should come available, that we treat them with the same way, that we make sure that we are looking at everything and taking into account the surroundings, the specifications and all that, so we can make sure we make educated decisions. So we're not, we don't want to become a parking lot for all businesses.
Yes, and this creates parameters for people.
Okay.
Okay, motion? Motion. Okay, roll call, please.
Mr. Banana. Yes. Brodsky.
Yes.
Margolis.
Yes.
Ms. Marsh.
Yes.
Polly.
Yes.
Mr. Sharp.
Yes.
Okay, motion to adjourn,
Motion.
Second.
all in favor?
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Good night.
Thanks, Joe.
You said we.
Was anyone else watching?
Oh, good. Okay, we have a survey.